Parlo più lingue. Benvenuti nella giungla dei graffiti. Questo è Impostore, Rockstar. It's the fake Rockstar chat show. And we're just gonna be putting a pause on the podcast. For what? For a while. Just to let things play out. That's crazy. I did not expect to. We'll see if I'm able to sit here. I did not expect anybody to pull up at all. Let me just finish this. Let's do a little bit of research and tag some merch. I need to switch the thing for the center menu. So what's today's date? The 6th. This is journal. This is journal. Today. Today was, yeah. It's kind of scary. It was almost kind of scary. It could have been scarier. It could have been scarier. Yeah. I'm not sure. That's an old joke. You say that in elementary school. So, yeah, man. Again, with the moving forward and again trying to navigate certain spaces, it is yeah, trying to navigate certain spaces. Right now is I don't even mind. I don't even mind. I don't even mind. How do I even? I keep saying the same thing, but at one point, being pressed, you know, and wanting it to be presented a certain way, and it's totally fine to put a pause on that. Yeah. Totally fine to put a pause on it. And let me sit here and try to wish my God. Let's do this. And then, just having some type of resolve to, like right now, I'm going to attempt and really push, you know what I'm saying, a cleaner direction for at least, you know what I'm saying, even if it's just the rest of the year and, really just delving in and whatchamacallit, bro, like, so, just how, like, the mindset, the mentality I was in, you know what I'm saying, for the past 24 hours. The mindset, the mentality I was in for the last 24 hours, and, the things that you think about doing, and you're like, yo, all right, like, I don't want to do this, but you don't see anything else that you possibly can do. You know what I'm saying? Those type of things, and then it's like, if push come to shove, you then would, right? You then would. And not, so that's one thing, right? Push come to shove, like, under pressure, certain circumstance, like, you would do, you know what I'm saying, certain things, and you did set this intention, and if things work out, another way, a different way. And so it was like that, there in that moment, and thought about it, and decided against it. And I want to whatchamacallit, in a sense of, like, the way I talk about certain things, and basically, like, I'm gonna call myself a hypocrite, where if you, and it kind of sort of depends, right? But it's twofold, though. It's twofold. So I do just have to be, mindful, grateful, thankful that under certain situations and circumstances and this and that, like, it's, I say, it's like, I'm trying to make sure. There's so much to say and things to mention, but like, there's people that I can call on, you know. There's people I can call on, and when I say hypocritical, I'm saying it in the sense of I may have not talked to them for an extended period of time, right? And so like there's so much in this, right? There's a lot in this. There's like certain people haven't talked to an extended period of time. And then if I need help, regardless of what it is, they're not, they, you know how sometimes you can ask somebody, I'll just say like money, for example, right? You could ask somebody, and we're gonna make it simple. Let's say you ask somebody for $1. Well, what you need the dollar for? What you gonna do with the dollar? What you gonna do? They start questioning you and this, that, and the third, and so all these stipulations and all that type of stuff, right? And then there's some people, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter, it's just here. There's no question behind it. There's no, you know what I'm saying? It's just, what do you need? How can I help? What do you need? How can I help? You know what I'm saying? I'm saying it in sense like if it was, and then like the whatchamacallit is to look at it, and one part is, I don't know. Again, they don't even question you, right? There is no, I ain't heard from you in such amount of time, or those types of things, right? Because, yeah, I was just trying to charge my phone.
Yeah, I know, but just for future reference, if her truck is here, can you charge it a little later? Because you scared her, so I have to come up here. I got to call the police because she has to bring the trash out. So if somebody's hanging around,
Yeah.
she don't want to come outside and bring out the trash.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
I saw her pull up and go in. I ain't say nothing to her or nothing like
yeah,
that.
no, I know, but think about it.
Yeah.
Normally going
Yep.
in,
It's nighttime and
you sit here charging the phone.
situation, circumstance.
So yeah, she usually come about this time.
Uh-huh.
So she called me. She was like, "Somebody's outside. He's just sitting there charging his phone."
Yeah,
I get it.
I was just walking.
Charger, but
I was just walking, and I just, yeah,
no,
yeah.
he good, but yeah. So I was like, okay, I'm on my way.
I apologize for the inconvenience.
It's all right.
I apologize for that. So I think I might be able to move, but I just needed a little bit of whatchamacallit. But yeah, man, it was, again, how it's you know, part of me wants, you know, also just maintain a level of accountability, you know, and like certain things can, you know, put a strain on relationships, you know. Certain things can put a strain on relationships. So it's always just, it's just nice to know that it's just nice to know that regardless that people still believe in you and support you. You know what I'm saying? It's still nice to know that people believe in you and support you. And Um, when you feel like you have no one, you never know who has you. It's just nice to know, just those types of things. So, yeah, I was just sitting here trying to charge. But let me do this and move about. So, and then so like now, in a space where to really lock in, focus, and really do, because that was one of the things, like just being so close. You know what I'm saying? Being so close to a goal, dream, wish, and achievement. And so yeah, being so close to a goal, wish, dream, or achievement, and then really lock in, focus, and not have to worry about certain things. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm gonna sit here and try to pivot and move. But yeah, man, it really, like, that's why I don't like when it comes to certain people and certain things. I'm like, you can see, like, some people, and when they talk about unconditional, right? When they talk about unconditional, and some people, there's a condition under which, and I'll use the word support you. You see what I'm saying? It'll be a condition under which they support you. And then there are other people, it doesn't matter what the condition is, they still, and so, like, for me, that's why it's like, those certain ones, I don't mind. I don't mind if I lost certain connections, because I know where I was trying to head and what I was trying to do and where I'm going with certain things. And so it's that conversation that people talk about, as far as people are comfortable with you in this box, and if you try to go outside of it, that's where they no longer support. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Or your well-being and safety. Again, one of the biggest things was, if it was up to certain people, and those like, that's why I say, it was like, it was such a precarious situation, leaving it, my life being left in certain people's hands. And if it was up to those people, like, I wouldn't even, you see what I'm saying? I don't even know. That's one thing. And then, so that's one. And then at the same time, and it's like, again, if it wasn't for those unconditional friends, if it wasn't for the unconditional support from certain friends, it was like, then again, the story, there would be a whole nother whatchamacallit. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why sometimes that stress on certain connections, it falls, it breaks. Others get strengthened and renewed. You know what I'm saying? And so that was, that's why I was, like, appreciative of I gotta tie my shoe. That's what I was appreciative of. So, um, and then now is really. I remember there was one point in time, and this was like when I was in grad school, and the people that surrounded then were it's yours, and I'm gonna just phrase it just for this way, but it was like, yeah, yours. There's other people still counting on you to. There's other people still counting on you to do what you're supposed to do and go out here and succeed. Like basically, it's still people rooting for you. And so if you were to give up, if you were to fail, and this, that, and the third, like, yeah, but there will be other people who have lost out as well. All right, we got a nice little trend here. We got some happy poop. Shout out to Reese. No movie grease, no chicken grease. Shout out to Reese. Why is it moose and not meese? When it's goose and geese. Shout out to Reese. Thank you for the happy poop. No goof troop. Doing things on infinite loop. Whoop-dee-doo. Whoop-dee-doo. Whoop. So, yeah, man. Now is if one thing is clear and it's just like, okay, lock in, focus, and try to, what do you call it? And pay attention to what is and all this other stuff. I have one more set of designs to put up, and from there, that's just something to sit there and think about. Like, is how much more to give to different facets, different fields. But it's really that's the other part about that, was just being able to be like, you know what? Lock in, focus. Curate. Lock in, focus, curate. Double down, hone in, all of those. If this is not, you don't gotta worry about that one part, and it's just for at least, even if it's just for a period of time, work, build, you know what I'm saying, navigate from there. So that's another thing, like, and I think the whatchamacallit, and it's just something mentioning, but it was just like, more than, right? More than what you asked for. And so that's another reason I can really sit back and, one thing after another, and just trying to really build and maintain. That's the biggest focus right now is just to maintain. The biggest focus right now is to maintain, and because it's like right there, right there. And so I am that's why I'm gonna sit there and really try. I used to have this one little saying, trying isn't doing. That's the one thing I'm gonna do. One thing I'm gonna do. And it's very much, possible. And so it's something to work on. It's something to try. Now, again, we gotta take out the word try. Something to work on, something to focus, and for real, just be happy that, all right, yeah, you legitimately, and it's like, you got this. You know what I'm saying? You got this. So that's gonna be my focus for the rest of the month, the rest of the year, really. That's my focus for the rest of the month, the rest of the year. My focus for the rest of the month, and just, if you've been granted that, the opportunity, like, that's literally what I sat there and was just trying to, like, all right, with this, if I got this opportunity, and now multiply, now build, foundation, work on, really, you know what I'm saying? That is the focus, that's my goal, and to be as clean as possible, and different things like that, and man, something to work on, something to focus. It's worth it. It's worth it, man. Like right now, even just being in the space of just like, you know what? Even if having my stuff, and bro, like right now, I could, you know, bro, we can, man, shoot. That's what we can do. We can sit here and I'm gonna go to the website. I might just, it's worth it, bro. Like, I could just go to the website, pick one thing, even if it's one thing. That's the one thing about how I was trying to design. It was like, I like them all, for real. But if I'm gonna go through, and it's like, oh, you can pick one. All right, so that's one thing I can look at these other designs. Pick one. And it gotta be at least one that's like, put it on, and then all of that, bro. That makes me excited. It's, for me, it seems like it's something to worth, you know, looking into. It's something that's, you know, to just kind of look to. And then, because, I mean, the other part of it, though, is, you know, with being, like, indebted, who would you rather be indebted to? You know? If you had to pay somebody, I'd rather, you know what I'm saying? I can sit here and say, and that's gonna be alright. I ain't mad at it. Like, I gotta be able to, even if it's just like with building, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get to build with friends. Or, you know what? And I think I might actually do that. That would actually be a even doper, like, type of thank you. You know what I'm saying? That would actually be an even doper type of thank you. And we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that too. But that idea just came to me. That would be something. That'd be fire. That'd be super fire. Should I make it a surprise? That'd be dope too. We're gonna do that. I think that kind of makes me excited, and it's gonna be whatchamacallit. That'd be super fun. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to Reese. I'm a daggone. Morning, great morning, right? I'm doing this thing all night. I'm doing this thing all night. What time is it? Hey, we got another happy poop. Alright. Let's do another little freestyle. Keep the good times rolling. As I'm just walking down the street, strolling. So, roll, stroll, you can vote on a poll, no guacamole, Austin Powers, mole, whack-a-mole, that's a game, fame, name, same, got a little freestyle, got a little freestyle, so. Thank you. Grazie is how you say thank you in Italian. Prego is how you say thank you. I mean, right, I get this in there. Grazie is how you say thank you in Italian. Prego is how you say welcome in Italian. One pressure lifted. Oh, wow. Good for the rest of the year. Good for the rest of the year, man. We're not gonna make the other one 25. Maybe. I gotta sit here and try to figure that shit out. Definitely grateful, man. Thankful. Grateful and thankful. In time, it's 10 o'clock. So, we'll be making it. And we'll let it relax from there. And I'll be good. My heart, man, my heart.